Hello YouTube, it's Supernova here with more Falcon 4 BMS. Today we're going to be practicing CCIP at the Kotar range in South Korea. We start 1 mile from steer point 5 heading east. Turn 45 degrees to the right using the roll indicator at the bottom of the hood while maintaining altitude. Change the active steer point to steer point 6, which is located over the target area, using the default key bindings of 4, 6 and enter on the numeric keypad, or use the integrated control panel or ICP increment rock. Roll out of the turn at a heading of approximately 200 degrees. Make a left turn to intercept the course to steer point 6 via initial point 2 or IP2 on a heading of 180. Select Air to Ground mode with the A-G button at the top right of the ICP with the default key binding F6. The right multifunction display, or MFD, is now displaying the Stores Management System, or SMS, page. 20 option select buttons, or OSBs, are arranged clockwise around it. OSB 2 indicates that we are currently in CCRP delivery mode. We can change the mode to CCIP or continuously calculated impact points using either the nose wheel steering or NWS button to cycle through the 3 main options or the MFD to select from all 5 modes. Press OSB 2. The 5 delivery modes are now listed on the left of the MFD. Press OSB 20 to select CCIP. We are now back on the SMS page. RDY12BD33 is listed next to OSB 6. This indicates that 12 BDU-33 practice bombs are selected. If the aircraft was loaded with other air-to-ground weapon types, we could cycle between them with OSB 6. 1 SGL is one of 2 options available with OSB 8. This indicates that the aircraft is set up to release one single bomb. It's preferable to release bombs in pairs because it maintains a symmetrical load. With an asymmetrical load, we have to trim the aircraft, which adds to our workload. Change from single to pair by pressing OSB 8. OSB 9 is used to select the spacing between ripple pulse impacts on the target. OSB 10 is used to select the number of ripple pulses. We're currently set up to release one ripple pulse of 1 pair. To change the number of ripple pulses, press OSB 10. This is the page where we will enter values. OSB 6 to 10 and OSB 16 to 20 are used to select numbers. OSB 2 is used to enter the desired value, OSB 3 to return to the previous page, and OSB 4 will delete the last character entered. Select a ripple pulse of 2 with OSB 19 and then press OSB 2. Note that 2 pair is now listed at OSB 8, which indicates that the aircraft is set up to drop 2 pairs of BDU-33s. The option at OSB 18 is NSTL. That means we're using the nose and tail fusing option. At this time BMS does not support complex fusing options, so we're going to change that to nose fusing. Change to nose fusing by pressing OSB 18. Finally, we need to change the arming delay. Press OSB 5 to enter the control page. OSB 20 is labelled C1. 2 arming delays are listed under it, AD1 for the nose fuse and AD2 for the tail fuse. To get the correct arming delay, we have to role play a little. The type of fusing for a Mark 80 series of bombs, which the BDU-33 practice bombs are simulating, would depend on the era and theatre simulated. But we're going to make the safe assumption that we're using an FMU-139 nose fuse. The FMU-139 has arming delays of 4, 6, 7, 10, 14 and 20 seconds on the faceplate for low drag bombs. We're going to select the 4-second option, adding a 15% tolerance. In BMS you may safely use timings without the tolerance. The purpose of the arming delay is to ensure that if the bomb explodes prematurely, it will do so at a safe distance from the aircraft. Enter 4, 5, 8 for both nose and tail options. We set the tail option to the same value as the nose option to ensure the sim will use the desired value for the delay. We're now back at the Stores Management System page with the aircraft set up in CCIP delivery mode. Change the right MFD from SMS to the Horizontal Situation Display, or HSD, with OSB 13. As we approach the target area, if you look at the aircraft symbol on the HSD, we are now almost on top of IP2. This is our reference point in this mission to begin a shallow dive onto the target. Check that ARM is selected on the master arm switch located on the miscellaneous armament panel. Check for the ARM and CCIP indications on the hood. Check that the drift cutout switch is set to norm, otherwise if drift cutout is selected, the FPM and bomb fall line, or BFL, will not be displaced downwind. To reduce speed in the dive, we will set throttle to idle. To start to look for a target point, we will push the nose down to around 20 degrees of nose down pitch. The target is a long scrubby area. We're going to pick out a spot as our target point. When you become confident, you can pick out the specific target points indicated on the target, but for now any specific point in the target area will do. On the hood, the vertical line extending down from the flight path marker, or FPM, is the BFL. At the bottom of the BFL is a circle with a dot in the center, that is the pipper. A horizontal bracket will move up the BFL as you approach minimum height for fusing. This is known as the fuse arming cue, or FAC. If the bracket reaches the FPM before release, the word low will be displayed, meaning you are too low to release the weapon and have it armed before it hits the ground. It will then reset as the pull-up anticipation cue, or PUAC, and as it resumes rising up the BFL, it indicates when to pull up to avoid hitting the ground. We will not place the pipper directly onto the target, rather we will line the aircraft up on the BFL and allow the pipper to walk onto the target as we approach it. 3 to 5 seconds on final is fast enough. Don't rush it any more than that by pulling the pipper up to the target. When the pipper is over our aim point, we will press and hold down the weapon release button or key. The FPM will flash when weapon release has been completed. With all bombs released, we will begin the Climbing Safe Escape Maneuver, or CSEM. We will set full military power and pull to 20 degrees of nose up in 2 seconds at 5 Gs. You may count out the timing with 1000, 2000. You may then continue to pull to 30 degrees at a lower rate. The purpose of the maneuver is to avoid the frag envelope as the low drag bombs, falling ballistically, hit the target, but be careful not to overstress the aircraft.
Altitude, altitude.
The master caution light may illuminate after bomb release. This may indicate that the aircraft has gone from Cat 3 to Cat 1 loading. To clear the warning, select Cat 1 with the store's config switch situated on the landing gear panel. To return the hood to nav mode, press the A-A or air-to-air button on the ICP twice. As always, like, comment and subscribe if you found that useful, and I hope to see you again for the next Falcon 4 BMS video.